Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Pewag all-square snow tire chains with the built-in cam tensioners and how they fit on our 2021 Ford F-150. These are going to be on tire size 275/65 R18. Make sure you check the fit guide at etrailer.com to get the right fit for your tire size. Also, we have these on the rear axle as per our owner's manual. Always a good idea to double check that just to make sure you're getting them on the right axle. But these are going to be pretty aggressive on-road snow tire chains, and let's take a look as to why. The chains are going to be a ladder pattern, which means they go straight across our tire parallel to one another. So that's going to be really helpful for starting and stopping, but because of the high profile and the design, you're going to feel them a little bit more while you're driving. We do have these square links, which are going to be really useful for biting into heavy snow or ice. In this case, they are also grooved just to give you a little bit more surface area and getting that traction as well. The links are going to be made of a manganese nickel alloy, which is going to give them a lot of longevity and resistance to rust and corrosion, so they should be good for a longer period of time than your low carbon steel chains. Also, like I mentioned, we do have these built-in cam tensioners. There are 3 total, and they're just really going to help us get that initial fit onto our tires really snug. The chains come 2 to a set in this pretty lightweight sort of plasticky bag. It's not my favorite. These chains are pretty heavy duty as far as on-road use goes, so if you do want to get these, I'd recommend getting something larger and more robust to keep them in, something like a plastic tote. That way you could also keep the chains oiled up in the off-season just to keep them a little bit better shape. Also, we do recommend using one of these rubber tensioners, which we'll install in the install portion. Basically just going to help keep that initial fit really tight on your tires, because all we do have are these cams to get that initial tension built in. As far as that installation process goes, it's not terribly difficult, but you will either have to get under and around the backside of your tire or roll onto the chains. So either way, we recommend trying it out beforehand before you find yourself stranded on the side of the road trying to figure it out. But if you need a little bit of help, we'll walk you through that process right now. First thing we want to do is lay our chains out flat and center them up in front of the tire. We want to make sure nothing is caught or twisted, and we want to make sure in this case the cams are on the side facing us and that they're not already turned, which will mess up our initial fit. So if they're already turned, make sure they're back in their loose position, and then we'll make sure the chains are facing the right way. To do that, we're going to use this large hoop at the end of each set of links. We want to make sure that we have this flat side facing down or contacting the tread of the tire, rather than these hooks on the other end. So as long as we have it the way we do right now, we're good to go. Because we've already taken the time to center it up, all I need to do is grab where they intersect in the back here, and we'll drape our chains over the tire, trying our best to make sure everything is even front to back and side to side. Just loosen and adjust everything around, and now we'll go and make our first connection right on the back. To make that connection on the back, we're just going to fit one of these loose links into this hook. In our case, it looks like we do have a pretty loose fit back here for now. So I'm going to start at the 3rd link, and I can come back and adjust that if I need to. For the connection on the front, I'm going to do the same thing as on the back. We're going to go for the 3rd link again, just fit it into that hook. And there's not a ton that we can do with this excess, so you might be able to find a way to strap it down to one of these loose links, or you just leave it there. Now we'll use this provided lever tool, just fit it into the middle of our cams, and we'll turn them, in this case, counterclockwise, starting with this left one. We'll move up to the top here, and it's starting to get tighter, so the last one should be really nice and snug, and now we have a good fit on our tire. From here, even though we do have those cams to help get that initial fit really nice, we're going to get this rubber tensioner in place as well. I like to just put it on similar to how I would put a tire on or off, making sure the hooks are facing out. We'll go top to bottom and left to right. It's just going to be a way for us to keep that tension on the chains while we're moving along. Once you get the chains and the tensioner installed, just repeat this process on the other tire on your passenger side. Make sure that you roll forward or backwards a few feet just to be sure that everything is in place and secure, and then you're ready to hit the road. So just to reiterate, as far as aggressiveness goes, these are going to be about as aggressive as you can get for on-road tires. If you're not super worried about the ride quality and you just want something that you know is going to get you a lot of traction in moderate snow or heavy snow or some ice, these are going to be a great option for you. This again was just a quick look at the Pewag all-square snow tire chains with our built-in cam tensioners, how to install them, and how they fit on our 2021 Ford F-150.